Hey guys, drum rolls.
We are back again.
And today we are going to talk about certain things. But if I may ask, have you ever been dressed so nicely and someone tells you you look good and it spoke to you? Or has your partner ever done something and complimented you and you felt so good?
uh, and also, have you somebody does something for you, like when you're seated down somewhere and somebody brings you a cup of tea, maybe in a meeting, or they bring you the snacks and they do things for you. And when they do things for you, you feel so nice or appreciated. It makes you feel like the world is turning around for you.
Wow. Oh, actually, you are just there and you are busy the whole day, and someone in the evening brings candy, and you feel, oh, like your heart is melting. It feels so good. Even if it is a lollipop, even if it is, no matter how small it is, but you feel like your heart is melting with love for this person. Yeah.
Wow, how about spending some quality time with someone you really like, whereby you get to discuss some stuff, whereby you in a serene environment, whereby it's just you two discussing things, bonding together. It's so fulfilling. Something really nice.
Let's talk holding hands. How does it make you feel if your partner just randomly holds your hand or basically just hugs you? I don't know. There's some people who actually feel really nice, others feel irritated. I mean, me, I don't know where you fall. I have mine personal, but I'll tell you to Kimaliza. But this, of the various scenarios that we have talked about today, we are going to actually fafanua, let me call it fafanua, in such a way that by the end of this talk, you will be able to understand where you actually lie, whether it's in the quality time, the receiving gifts, the words of affirmation, the physical touch, because the holding hands and the everything, like tutafafanuliwa leo tuelewe properly. So just allow me to introduce Mom Inanga. We are yet with her back again. So we are really blessed to have her time and time again. She is such a blessing. So Mom Inanga, thank you.
Thank you very much, Kendi, and welcome all the viewers. As you've heard, my name is Ann Kirotem Inanga. I'm a marriage and family therapist and mediator as well. One of affirmation is like when you wake up and your partner tells you, wow, Kiki, today you look very bright. Today you wear and dress and he tells you you're very smart, or your hair is glowing, your face is glowing. Just something to affirm you. Yeah, something that, makes you feel. But if it is not your love language, by the way, you'll be told you're smart, you'll be told you look nice, but you're like, this dress I've been wearing
For days.
for years. And maybe, so you wonder, what is this about?
Or rather
Because
unas-
that is not your love language.
True.
That is what it means.
Yes. Now, what about when someone is feeling like, at times you might find yourself, the compliments are what drive you, right? But that other person does not necessarily understand this.
Yes.
So, can you grow into embracing that love language to please your partner?
Yes and no. Yes, because if this is what he likes, if that is what to him pleases him, and telling you that you are smart actually, and for you it is not, then you feel, So, when you are getting together, love is about give and take.
Yes.
You are actually dating, you are courting, so that you finally get married. So there are things that you don't know, you have never taught when you were young, you don't even understand now, but your partner can teach you.
Yes.
So it is important that you teach yourself as well. You in partnership, you learn so many things. There are things you really don't know, you're going to learn. There are things he also doesn't know, he's going to learn. So that at least you can be able to accommodate each other. Yeah, because love is give and take anyway. Yeah.
Okay. Now I believe we can go to the next one.
Yeah, the next one is actually act of service. And what acts of service means is that there are some people whose love language is when someone does something for them. For example, if you come to the kitchen, we have come from work, both of us, and there's a baby crying here. I am expected to hold the baby and breastfeed, and for you, you just get your legs and put them on the table and take a newspaper and start reading. So I wonder, now is he expecting me to still go to the kitchen and make a cup of tea for him? I ask myself that question. Yes. But now, if he automatically comes, for me, I wash my hands and I rush to get the baby, and as I continue breastfeeding the baby, he's making a cup of tea for me. And I feel, wow, my heart melts because this is what I was yearning for. Yes. So our love is actually, the bond becomes even stronger because this is my love language of acts of service. Yes. Or I'm here cooking, and he's down here maybe washing the utensils or cutting the onion as I peel the potatoes or as I do something else. I feel good. Yes. That is what acts of service means. So it is very, very important for every human being on this earth that really intends to get married to understand that it is very, very good when you understand the love language of your partner. Yeah.
And I believe it's not just limited to chores and errands. It can be even paying bills.
It can be anything. Yeah, as long as you understand each other. Yeah, it's not limited to anything at all. Yes.
Okay, I have a question based on that.
Yes.
Okay, sometimes you might find yourself in a situation of crisis. This is what I mean, whereby maybe you have already understood that my partner, love language which comes first is the act of service. But now for me, maybe for her, what she means by act of service coming first, whereby maybe when she's cooking, I'm there assisting her. She's cooking ugali, I'm doing maybe the stew, other stuff. Yeah. So, but for me, maybe I take it whereby I can do other stuff, I can assist her in any other thing, but not in the kitchen. But for her, that matters most. So in that kind of a crisis, how can you go about it? Or come to understand what she likes most more than...
And remember the stage we are at, you're not supposed to be in kitchen with her. Unless you're married. Unless you're married. You should be, when you are dating and courting me, this kitchen business, I feel to understand, what are you doing in the kitchen together?
No, Rev. You're telling me you're invited to your boyfriend's house and they are cooking and then you're just there in the sitting room.
No, but your boyfriend's house, what are you at your boyfriend's house alone?
No, you are with your sister.
Oh, you're with your sister.
Unamulika watu.
Yeah, there's a multitude of people.
Unamulika watu.
Tuseme tu kweli, like there are situations whereby you can't say ati all the time you
so
come with someone.
So if you're at your boyfriend's house with your friends, that's okay. That's okay. But when you're with your boyfriend's house alone and you are sharing kitchens and you're doing love languages, that is, you're putting the cart before the horse.
No, but Drive, no, we shall not say that, Sana, because sometimes it might not lead to anything. Because it's your love language. You like doing that. Like, unapata, even me as a lady, if I like acts of service, when he's in the kitchen,
so utaenda kwako waanze kumfulia pia nguo sasa?
I'll go, no.
What else?
Kuna boundaries zile zenye. You're not playing wifey, you're just a girlfriend.
I think there's a time that Rev had sent a book. It was called Don't Be a Wife to a Boyfriend. So hapo place ya kufuliana nguo hapo, hizo ni wifely duties that, excuse me girls, we are not doing that. Sorry, we are not doing that.
Mkienda out mnadu what?
Like, let's say you have just invited, you have taken for some times together in courtship, then you happen maybe to invite her to your place. Then she comes, she's
invite kwa your place kudu?
No. Let me complete.
Rev, don't be so defensive. Wacha akubalize ndio uelewe.
Like, good at cooking pilau.
It is the 20th century. 20th or 21st.
Then during the time you have been together or learning from each other, I came to know that she is so good when it comes to cooking pilau. And then now she comes to my kitchen, she goes to cooking pilau, but the other stuff that she wants me to assist her with, because act of service comes so strongly when the love languages are comes in a relationship. So then again, I'm there just maybe in restroom, just sitting there watching something. She's there doing all the stuff. So for her, maybe in that time, she might start complaining because she's doing it all alone. So I'm asking, in that scenario, whereby you know that maybe when it comes even to chores in the kitchen, other stuff, she wants all of that to be done. And for you, you have taken the act of service to be other things, but not just in the kitchen thing. So how can you solve such a crisis? Because it might bring...
Maybe unangoja tu acts of service yako inangoja touch.
No. Maybe, so we have said
No,
acts
no,
of
no,
services
Chef.
is not limited to chores, right?
It's not limited to chores.
Maybe
It can
his
be
acts
anything.
of, he can pay the bills.
Hapo kwa Kiki ndio niko na swali.
Yes.
Is paying the bills an act of service? Is it part of an act of service?
Actually, it depends. One, you discuss and you understand. Remember, you have been together for some time. You understand each other.
Yes.
And this is how now you understand. You couldn't have understood my love language is gift, for example, if we have not been together for some time. You know? And you wouldn't have understood that hers is maybe act of maybe affirmation if you have not been with her for some time.
Yes.
So when you are together for some time, you have created this friendship, you have bonded so well, then you really get to know what it is. Yeah. So if you
Kiki, I think kulipiwa bill ni gift.
No, it's not. Let me tell you
Hapana.
how it's not a gift. It eases the burden of responsibility.
Yes.
Let's say
I agree.
right now bili yangu ya stima token zimefanya nini? Zimeisha. Then my boyfriend, partner or husband anasema, babe, let me do what? Let me pay the bill for
True.
you. That's how it is an act of service because you've eased the burden of this bill. That is how it's
Any gift.
Like,
It's not a gift. How is that a gift?
Revu na yake ikuwe
How is that a
gift?
gift?
a gift is something that you don't expect. It's not a burden, okay? But this one is a burden now because something
And
that
they
is-
relieve.
Yeah.
It's something you have
And
to
by
pay
the
for.
way, if you still understand each other, you can even request. Is it possible
For you to pay for me.
for you to do ABCD?
pay for
For me,
dinner.
I don't think there is anything wrong with that.
May I
It
have-
all depends on how it is interpreted.
I don't know whether I am the only one who is shy at such things.
Asking for money.
But yes, asking for money in a relationship. And I think we'll actually talk about that somewhere in one of our sessions, the money in relationships. Like we actually, tutaifafanua vizuri, but there are people who don't know how to.
ask.
Like,
But that
babe,
means more
nisaidie
it's
na
not
pesa.
your love
Like, it's-
language.
Like unajua hiyo remove out there, like it's actually difficult, but maybe I think that's where a story ya acts of service inaingililia, where your partner can actually do it for you without you necessarily asking. I think that's where ndio itakuwa ka love language vizuri, but now again it comes back to what Kiki said, that inaweza kuwa si yako juu if you're reluctant to asking for it means you're really uncomfortable about it. Maybe you're the independent kind of people. Yes.
Hii story lazima muwe at 65% ile paradigm atutusetia before. Kama mko 5% na unalipiwa bill, hiyo ni kitu weird.
There are guys who don't
feel like
mind.
you're at that point to ask for that.
Yaani amekumiti tu anakwambia chukua yako.
And actually it's not only guys, even ladies. Even ladies can do that.
Yeah, they'll
Unapata the first
Yeah.
date, unalipiwa date the first time na and you're a man. I don't know how men feel about that. If I was a man, maybe I'd feel uncomfortable, but you know people are different, so I'm sorry. But now I'm saying that ko different. Like
Yeah.
kuna watu actually doing that.
Mimi
Wanasikia wako sawa.
analipia jamaa.
It's possible.
It
Ba.
is,
It's
it is
century
possible,
yetu,
by the way.
generation, my friends.
And you know there are some even who just keep like paying. Now we are at the receiving gifts. Eh?
Yes.
Like your partner comes and is always let's talk about she always paying gifts. And paying bills.
Paying bills, yes.
But if now like the man that's not your love language, you keep wondering, now does she think I have no money? Does she think so? In your mind you are like,
Hiyo ni madharau.
Challenges.
hiyo ni
person.
madharau. Actually,
Yes.
most men feel
bruising
Yes.
ni madharau. You know, and their ego feels crushed just because that is not their love language. But if it was their love language, then
Accepting of it.
he won't be happy when she's doing it.
Okay.
And she would also be, and again, why is she doing it anyway? Most probably it's also her love language of expressing her love that way.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So
And
it
so if
means-
it is the love language of both of you, then it becomes even much better.
So I have a question. Is
Yes.
it, how will I phrase this? Like, for example, mtu kama mimi ninapenda kupewa gifts. Sasa mimi if I keep doing, like I keep buying for you gifts, and maybe that's my love language, and you know most people have not actually covered this love language thingy in their relationships. They just songa tu na ita vile wameona watu wakifanya hivyo ndio wanafanya. But now again, like if I express myself, like I keep buying for you gifts, is it a way of me expressing to you, like ninakupea hizo signals ujue mi napenda gifts? Could
Come
the
again?
other partner, like in form of your other partner, should they be able to learn, like if I keep doing a certain thing to you, should they actually understand that that is how I love? Yes.
Expressing yourself.
To add to that, Maureen, I read somewhere that the instinct, when I tell you to express love, the first thing that you think about, that person thinks about giving gifts. That's their love language.
Yes.
So if you see your partner is constantly jumping to giving you gifts or paying for you bills, you should understand maybe in their mind
That
that
is
is their
actually-
love
That
language.
is their love
So
language.
it's actually like that.
Yes.
Like for each and every one of us tukiwa kwa relationship, if we see such things, tunafaa kuona that's
You
what
need
our
to
partner.
understand that is the love language of your partner. Yeah, but
okay.
most importantly, understand yourself. What is my love language? And how you know your love language, it's actually, it's very automatic because that is what you want even to do to the other person. You know? So unless you really learn, my partner doesn't like ABCD, then that's how you know it's not their love language. But at the same time, since you're now, you have bonded together, be open, discuss, and ask, by the way, what is your love language? And once you discuss, once you understand, it will now be much easier for you. Yeah.
Based on the love language receiving gift.
Yes.
Okay, I want to ask. Maybe I've spent some time studying partner X that she likes gift. Then I came to understand that receiving gift comes strongly to her. But I never took time to show her my love language. So when you're into it now, you're even quoting, it reaches a point whereby, for me, maybe it's act of service. But maybe she's weak at it, or I never made it open to her to know what I want most. So at some point, maybe you start getting bold such that because she doesn't assist you, gift you are already buying for her because from the one start, you knew what she likes most. And now for you, what you want doesn't come strongly when it comes to her. How can you go about it? Because I think also it can bring some conflict going forward.
Thank you for that question, Festus. True, it brings a lot of conflicts when you don't understand the love language of your partner. Why? Because your partner keeps yearning, and expecting you to express your love to her or him in a certain way, in a certain love language, yet you don't understand. So my question is, what's wrong with telling her, this is what I want, this is what I would love? I feel most loved when you do ABCD to me. Because now that you're together, surely, you want to make each other happy.
Yes.
And what makes people happy, by the way, are not the big things that I do, but the small, small things that people really ignore. Yeah, so it's important to learn the love language of your partner. Remember, as I said before, if you don't understand the love language that your partner expects you to have understood, it can also be the source of conflict. And it has even ended into divorce, by the way. Because you are expecting your partner to do A, B, C, D, and he or she is not doing. So at the back of your mind, you're wondering, now, why is he not doing this? Why is she not doing this to me? And if someone now somewhere comes and does something very small, you are like, I think this is the person I would love to have in my life. And you just leave each other just like that. Something very small. because this other person has understood your love language. Yeah.
Okay, Mom, I believe we can move on to the next love language because we need to understand all of them first, right?
True.
Aye.
Yeah, the next love language is a quality time. Spending quality time with your partner. And when you spend quality time with them, they really value that, and they really feel I would rather maybe live in a single room other than in a very big house without seeing you. You know, you go to work, maybe come at after work, you go maybe for an outing with your friends, and you come in the house maybe 2 in the morning. And I'm like, my God, now where is he? You know, remember some people even keep calling, where are you? And because I feel disturbed when you keep calling me, I'm happy with my friends. I'm like, why do you have to keep calling me for heaven's sake? You know? And for me, I'm really wondering, now at this time, how does he leave me alone? It is now 7, 8, 9, until 2 a.m. So when you come in the house, I don't even want to see you.
Yes.
Because all that I needed is just to have you around me. You know, I needed you to have quality time, undivided attention with me. Yet for you, your attention is out there with other people. So I feel so unloved.
I think that's one of the things that most ladies love, attention. And when guys just don't give that, jua tu huyo msichana anaenda like.
So hii ni kitu ya mademu.
Yes, it is actually like women love attention. Like
They
it is out there. Like we love attention. You know, we were talking with Kiki, and then we were saying, for example, if I put on a new hairstyle, tumekutana na haujaona.
How?
Ni kubaya.
Like, why have you not seen?
Where are your eyes?
Hey, you know, it's the same thing Mom has said. Those two little things really matter. Mimi, nimengangana nimeenda salon. Ninajua umeniambia twende date.
To look good.
Nimeweka makucha. Watu kama sisi wenye atuwekangi. Mimi niweke makucha alafu ukose kuona.
Wewe.
You don't
Big
notice. Like, all I'm saying is, this is like, ninawapea kama Wakenya kadogo. Like, guys, those two small things that ladies do. Like, unaona tuko na new hairstyle. Okay, watukasi tutaka hivi, but anyway, tumeka makucha, we have dressed up. Complimenting, again, that's words of affirmation, right? And I think even the guys love that too. Msiseme guys nimeongililia madnini, nimeongililia sana. I think even complimenting your partner is also essential. Like, sijui kama hizi love languages zita classifyiwa kuna zingine primary na secondary ama essential. I really don't know. But all I'm saying is, for guys, or whether you're in a relationship, just learn to compliment one another. And just notice those small things. Ndio maana nimesema story attention. I think guys hata kama wapendi attention, kuna hiyo ukinotice ka kitu anasikia vizuri. Hata kama hawezi tuambia, tunajua mnasikia vizuri.
Yes.
Wow.
Boy child tuambie tusikie.
Okay, based on that, okay, I want now to pose another question.
Okay.
You know, we have understood, Maureen has brought it so clearly that ladies love attention, which is very true.
Yes.
There is not even a single lady who doesn't love attention. They all want attention. Okay? Now, let's say maybe you're in a
Based
situation
on
where
what
you are dating
hypothesis?
someone who is...
What hypothesis? Is that scientifically proven?
Okay.
Si kila kitu science.
No. I'm saying you're in a situation whereby you are dating someone, but it's a long distance relationship, whereby you don't get to meet for quite a long time. Or maybe such a situation like now in corona time. You know, if you want to meet someone, maybe to have quality time, it's not that possible because of the restriction of the things that are there. Now, would you say that now constant or random calls and constant testing can be a way of expressing the quality time?
Exactly.
And now, okay, based on that, maybe you might, today we have talked the whole week, maybe the next week, the first day of the next week, I won't text or even make a call. Would you say that maybe when someone starts reacting, would you judge someone says that now they have stopped loving you or they have started reacting differently from what they are used to?
Yes, you actually feel how can he say, leave alone even that today is Saturday. Then the next time I'm going to be called will be Monday. I can't. If that is my love language, I can't take that. It is too long.
Huwezi.
I can't. And you actually find yourself calling. What's happening? Of sending a lot of texts. Are you okay?
Are you okay?
You might even think someone had an
Do you
accident.
have to wait mpaka aongee ama you can maybe you can prompt to talk. She can maybe sikia. Aone Festus hajaongea leo, hajaongea kesho. Anafaa kunijanja ama anafaa kunipigia niulize mbona huja text, mbona hujasema anything, what is happening?
I think it refers to what Mama said. Be open. As long as you're
True.
open, you'll tell them, yo, me, I don't feel like your love is coming to me. It's open. Anyone can ask, anyone can say.
Yes.
And I think there's something she shared previously, the I statement. As in like, I hujanipigia muda mrefu. Kwani kuna nini? Uko sawa?
Are you okay?
So,
Hata una pesa, just
alafu sasa hapo una opportunity ya kutumia I statement. Unajua last week ulinipigia sana. Hii ni I. Sasa nilikuwa nafikiri kwa sababu ulinipigia this week.
Utanipigia.
niwe sasa utafikiria.
Sasa lakini hamjasikizana. Hii ni shida. Mnajua mnakimbiza vitu. Mnatoka 5% mnataka kuwa na quantum leap muende 65 instantaneously. Now, I have a problem with this aspect. Hapa mkitia hizi story zote, sio ni vile mna negate sa God. Unajua God ni love. Si ndio? Agape. Yaani yeye ndio anafanya hiyo heartbeat yako ina beat. Inafanya wewe umlike hiyo msee. Na umsee akulike. Sasa kwa hiyo relationship mnafanya my emotion, mnafanya kila kitu, lakini sa God anakuaga kwa feriferi. Unaona yaani God, kuna God wako na kuna God ya umse. Sasa unakuta sasa katika ile hali mna interact, because 1 John 4:8b, God is love and one who knows God. Sasa mimi naona hizi languages za love, mimi naona kama zinaweza kwenda the next level. Kuna vile ukikuwa selfless unaji-express, unakuwa self-emptying, yani unakuwa selfless. Yani you do your best to be a friend of the other person, and the other person does her best to be the friend of the other person. Actually, it's like spontaneous combustion. Naona yani ni kama umeasha gari unasema nyanya alafu unakanyaga nini accelerator. Ni kama unaenda towards the other person, unamsanif, you go for that person and that person goes for you. In the fullness of time mnashtuka, mnaongea, mumeelewana na ni acts of service. Mimi naona kama hizo vitu ni kama ziko intrinsically linked. Wacha niongee language ya Uganda ya Lego USA. Ziko intrinsically linked, ni kama zina ka interplay. Na kuna vile zikifika sarcas maximum, zikifika maximum zinapelekana, ni kama moja na sukuma nyingine ina accelerate. Oh man, in fact na hii style kuongea. Sawa.
Guilty as charged.
Zina accelerate each other. Asiwezi kuwa discrete random variables, yani leo nafanya affirmation, kesho nafanya gift, kesho nafanya acts of service. Hapana. Ni unatoka umemlike na mna quote. Hasa kama umeomba gari ya Festus, sasa lese nimeboro gari ya Festus na napeleka mtu nje, unafungulia hata huyo mtu mlango, si ndio?
Fact of service.
Unafungua mlango. Akienda kuketi unavuruta kiti. You look so weird but
not better.
That's her language. And by the way they feel
unafanya vitu. Na yeye pia ile language anaongea the best. Sasa inakuwa mnapelekana. The next time kishtuka mko 65. Lakini si spontaneous compassion. Mko 5 mshafika 65. Kwani
That's not, I know a friend who likes it so much. She's called Yvonne. I know of someone who likes it so much, whereby you can open the car door for her. She appreciates it so much. She feels so nice. Yvonne McKenna. Hey man, if you do that for her.
naona wewe na Yvonne mna maneno. It's good.
Nini hamtuambi?
watatuambia baadaye.
Okay.
So as we move, actually, we now find the next and probably the fifth one is a physical touch. Ooh. There are people you just, they don't, we walk together and you can't even hold my hand. I wonder, by the way, why must we walk together? Let's go apart.
Yeah.
We enda saa 4 na mimi nikuje saa 6.
Si tunapendana, si lazima.
It's not.
But now,
See,
if you
must.
understand, my love language is physical touch. When we wake up first thing in the morning, if now we get married, it's hugging me, it's touching me. Otherwise, there are people who never touch. Otherwise, if you don't ever understand your partner's love language, then you are really like, you are parallel.
And I don't know if people understand the magnitude of this. It's like, for example, I am what? I am French. And Maureen speaks what? German. And we are talking and I'm there saying blah, 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 whatever in French, and she's speaking German. And at the end of the day, we'll be frustrated because there is no communication.
Yes.
So I believe it's that for us, we need to understand this thing is very important.
True.
And if you're not careful, you'll break the
relationship.
Yes.
You know, at the way you're going, huu ni Mjerumani na wewe ni Mfaransa.
Yes.
Actually, language ambayo ina communicate love, according to Anne Cohen, when you're connecting with somebody, there must be eye contact.
Sure.
Yes.
So unacheki?
Yes.
Eye?
I see you.
Eye contact. Alafu kuena nini nyingine? Kuena hiyo wamesema touch. Si touch ile inamaanisha vitu mbaya.
The
Kuna ile touch
inappropriate one,
ile
it's not.
kuna tenderness, touch na time. And you are really spending time, you're taking time to express yourself or to express something. And with tenderness, and that's touchy. It could
But
never
see,
be.
let me probably give you a scenario. Like a spouse who has lost the other spouse. The spouse has passed away.
Yes.
And this person is just there. You come, hey, pole, what, you talk all this, but hii inaingia hapa na inatokea hapa. But this person who comes and, I'm sorry, you hold this person. Kumbe, this is what this
Person.
lady was waiting for. And she feels, oh, that's how you feel. That's what happens when you hear, this lady. Kwani ameolewa na huyu jamaa haraka aje? It is because this guy understood the love language of this other person and you gave her what she needed most. Not your money, not many things, but you just gave her physical touch. And because you are a man and she's a woman, and after all the husband has died, then you actually connect and maybe after even 3-4 months you get married and people say no. They must have been together even before. But it may not be the case. It is just because this man understood your love language.
I have a question on that physical touch,
Yes.
love language. And I don't know if anyone has ever come across something like this, or you're in a relationship and this happens, whereby your partner feels they are loved when they actually, you hold hands in public, basically PDA, the public display of affection, where holding hands, they can just, basically just that physical touch. And wewe hupendi. And I feel that that was a very difficult, as in we cannot be in harmony, because wewe PDA is your thing and PDA is not my thing. Now what happens in such a scenario? Because I think the other ones, kuna vile hazita, okay, I don't know whether they can affect, maybe someone can have such a scenario, but I feel like this, the physical touch under the public display of affection is something that personally imekuwa ngumu, because I am not a PDA person. So what if I come across kwa maisha yangu, I date a person who is a PDA person? How tutasaidiana aje?
But if you don't understand what your partner appreciates most, you are really going to struggle and strain in your relationship, because you'll be doing things that he really doesn't like. Instead of making you people come closer, it actually makes you move apart. Very important that you understand the different people and what they appreciate most.
And to add to that, Mom, I feel like when you have people who value acts of service, like they like it when you do chores for them, when you do certain things. When you don't do them, it feels like you're not committed to that relationship. You're just lazy, like mbona huwezi nisaidia kuosha vyombo? Like why can't you, as I do this, you do this for me? So I believe it's very important to understand how vital it is to that person.
Sure. It is very, very important. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, you're using examples of washa vyombo. Remember, you're not supposed to be anywhere when you're cooking with somebody in the house washing vyombos. You should be out there. You remember last time we said you should be out there?
Yes.
Now, if you're out there, now, Mom, I want to ask you a question.
Yes.
If now maybe I stopped cooking, now I know my wife's language of love is hiyo ambayo nilikuwa naongea juu yake. Because what I want to understand is that if the love language of somebody is gift,
Yes.
that every time Maureen meets Festus, she always has something to give him.
Yeah.
Then does it mean when Festus now learns the language and does give her gifts, she'll be more appreciative? Or because maybe language of Festus is doing things
Yeah.
for somebody, doing service.
Yes.
And Maureen is gifts.
Yes.
Now the two of them get together. There is one of doing works of service, the other one is
Gifts.
Now does it mean that if she loves gifts, he brings gifts to her, but she also expresses herself most by giving gifts? I'm trying to understand the balance. If you could elaborate that for us a bit, I'll be sincerely grateful.
Thank you. Thank you for that very important question. I'll answer this question this way. We are very different. We are different personalities. If your partner loves gifts, for example, and the other one loves acts of service, like you said, it really doesn't mean that if Maureen gives gifts and Festus also have to come with a gift. Because they are different people, and maybe what Maureen likes is not what Festus likes. So it could be, yes, they could be expressing their love language could be the same, and it can also be different. So it can be either. Actually, if it is the same, then better for them, because now they are going to bond very, very well. And remember also, when we are courting, when we are creating this strong relationship, this bond, you actually get attracted to the person who has somehow, who compliments you. What is it that you're yearning for? The person who does these things to you, you get attracted to this person even the more.
Sure.
You know? So this person may not even have known the love language but once they understand, and this is what you are now also yearning for, then it becomes even better.
So can somebody be courting and dating and may never get to know the love language of the other person?
It is possible. Very, very possible. And let me tell you, actually, it may look small, but it is the cause of most divorces. Because I, as a girl, may go out there, we are actually out with you. But if somebody somewhere brings me a gift, even bringing a glass to my table, or just showing something that I'm yearning for, you know? And in my heart, I wonder, I wish my partner could do this for me. So I'm not maybe even able to tell him. But yet, when it is done to me, I know this is what I would love done to me. So you don't understand. But when somebody else does it for me, I keep saying, I think I love that guy more than this, the one I have here, because he does ABCD for me, and the one I have doesn't do. What is it that he doesn't see? You know? And you keep that feeling in your heart for many, many years, and finally you are like, hey, I'm tired with this guy because he doesn't do what I'm yearning for. It is possible that the divorce comes from there.